Binira ni dating Speaker Martin Romualdez ang Marcos administration sa gitna po ng isyu ng anomalya sa 2025 national budget at sa flood control scandal. Makahulugan din ang pahayag ni Romualdez na marami raw siyang nalalaman tungkol sa kasalukuyan at sa dating administrasyon.
Sa isa pang punto ng video message ng dating House Speaker, walang patumanggayang pinangalanan sina Zaldico at Senator Chis Escudero. Giti Romualdez, hindi siya papayag na sa kanya ibuntol ang lahat ng sisi. Nasa frontline, nabalitang yan si Maria Enriquez.
For a long time, I chose to remain silent. I did so out of respect for the legal process. I did so because I did not want to add more noise to an already divisive issue. My silence has been abused and weaponized to build a narrative that is false, twisted, and unfair. So let me be clear, I will not keep quiet anymore.
Yan ang palabang pahayag ni dating House Speaker Martin Romualdez kaugnay ng pagkakadawit niya sa flood control scandal. Ang isyong yan kasi ang idinahilan ng ombudsman kaya hindi natuloy ang pagpuntang Singapore ni Romualdez para sana magpagamot. Pero ang tanong, bakit hinarang ng ombudsman si Romualdez gayong immigration lookout bulletin order pa lang ang meron at wala pang kasong isinasampa laban sa kongresista? Approved din daw ni House Speaker Bogie D ang travel clearance ni Romualdez na tatagal hanggang May 4 para sa kanyang angioplasty surgery sa Singapore. Sagot dyan ni Ombudsman Boying Remulla,
We did not respond favorably to the request that he be allowed to leave because magkakaroon na naman ng haka-haka at kuro-kuro yan. Mabuti lang, sana naman dito lang siya magpa-check up.
giit pa ng kampo ni Romualdez, hindi ibig sabihin na may immigration lookout bulletin order ay bawal nang lumabas ng bansa. Kinahapunan, inanunsyo ng ombudsman na humiling na ito sa Sandigan Bayan na maglabas ng Precautionary Hold Departure Order o PHDO laban kay Romualdez. Nakitaan daw nila ng probable cause si Romualdez sa mga reklamong plunder, bribery at money laundering dahilan para pagbawalan siyang lumabas ng Pilipinas. Base raw yan sa mga ebidensyang hawak nila sa kanilang preliminary investigation, bagay na pinalagan ng kongresista.
To the Ombudsman, I say this with full respect. If your office truly believes in justice, then follow the sworn statements, follow the records, and follow the evidence all the way. Do not stop where it is politically convenient. What I ask of the office of the Ombudsman is simple. Follow the rule of law and due process.
Pero kung mapagbibigyan ang hiling ng ombudsman na precautionary hold departure order, tuluyan ng ipagbabawal na makalabas ng bansa si Romualdez habang gumugulong ang investigasyon. Si Romualdez ang isa sa mga idinawit ni Zaldico bilang mastermind umano sa 100 billion pesos na budget insertions sa 2025 national budget. Ayon kay Ko, mali-maletang pera ang idineliver umano sa bahay ni Romualdez. Pero muli niya yang itinanggi.
How can I be the mastermind? I was the former Speaker of the House of Representatives, but the House of Representatives is only one part of the branch of government, the legislature. The budget does not begin in the House. It begins in the executive.
Giit pa ni Romualdez, hindi siya parte ng Bicameral Conference Committee na siyang bumubuo ng final version ng panukala para sa national budget na siyang pinapipirma sa Pangulo. Binanggit din niya sina Ko at nooy Senate President Chis Escudero.
Records would show that I did not participate in those meetings and I was not privy to what exactly transpired during the deliberations. Two people were instrumental in making those budget decisions. Chis Escudero and Zaldico.
May patutsada rin si Romualdez kay Navotas Representative Toby Chanco.
Representative Toby Tiangco, who has been very vocal and upfront on this issue over the past months, was himself a vice chair of the Appropriations Committee in the previous Congress. There were real concerns about irregularities in the budget process. Why were these not formally raised during the deliberations or even during the plenary?
Dagdag pa ni Romualdez, hindi siya papayag na maging panakip-butas sa aniyay tunay na may sala.
I will not allow myself to be turned into the scapegoat so that others who are actually accountable can walk away clean. I'm telling everyone now, I will not go quietly and I will not go alone. I will not be the fall guy for other people's corruption. Real corruption does not happen at the level of the general legislative approval alone. It happens at the level of execution. I know many things. about this current administration and past administrations as well.
Bukod naman sa precautionary hold departure order, humiling na rin ang Ombudsman sa Anti-Money Laundering Council na maghain ng freeze order para sa mga ari-arian ni Romualdez. Pero ayon sa abogado ni Romualdez, wala pa silang natatanggap na abiso kaugnay ng aplikasyon sa freeze order. Nagbabalita mula sa Frontline, Marian Enriquez.
From the start of
News
this
5.
controversy,
At tunay po ng balitang yan, makakausap natin ang former president ng Integrated Bar of the Philippines or IBP, si Atty. Domingo Cayosa.
Attorney, magandang gabi at maraming salamat po sa pagtanggap sa amin pong tawag at interview.
Good evening. Magandang gabi sa ating mga kababayan.
Sir, first of all, a bit of confusion from our end. Kasi we were earlier of the understanding na only the courts can prevent a person from leaving the country through a whole departure order. Ngayon, the Ombudsman apparently denied the request for travel clearance of Martin Romualdez. Sino ho talaga ang may kapangyarihan na pigilan pag-alis ng bansa?
Iba-ibang authorities ang may kapangyarihan depende sa nature at level ng krimen. If it is a crime punishable by more than 6 years, mga korte yan. Yung mga aliens naman, mga tao din yan, sa Department of Justice. At depende rin ho sa klase ng restraint. Meron yung whole departure order na ini-issue ng korte. Meron din yung precautionary whole departure order na rini-request ng Ombudsman o DOJ ng prosecution dun sa Regional Trial Court o kaya sa Sandigan Bayan or the higher courts. So, depende ho yan. Meron ding DOJ circular 2010 wherein yung mga cases which are punishable less than 6 years dun sa mga municipal trial court level naman, pwedeng mag-issue ang DOJ. So ito yung range of possibilities when it comes to any allowable restraint of the freedom of citizens to travel or to change abode.
Sir, let me zoom in dun sa kaso po ni Congressman Martin Romualdez. Ang sinasabi kasi ng Ombudsman, nag-file sila ngayon ng petition with Sandigan Bayan requesting for yung precautionary whole departure order. By that, I assume, I don't know if it's correct assumption, I assume na wala pa talagang whole departure order and they're still only now requesting for an HDO against Speaker. So, technically po, the Speaker could have left. Tama ho ba?
Maaari na umalis siya kasi so far an application does not amount to an order. But usually itong mga application for precautionary whole departure order ex parte yan. Ibig sabihin, hindi na pakikinggan yung respondent o yung suspect or akusado. So mabilis lamang ito. That's the whole essence of this thing para makahabol. So we don't know kung nag-issue niya, but kung ka-file lang, siyempre the Sandigan Bayan would need time also to evaluate yung mga in-attach na mga requirements. Yung finding of probable cause, tapos yung flight risk, yung high probability that the respondent or the accused or the suspect might escape and not come back.
Attorney, si Mean po ito. Another clarification para po sa amin at sa ating manonood. Ano po yung sakop mismo ng Immigration Lookout Bulletin Order? And susugan ko lang yung tanong ni Bok. Technically ba sana pwede pang lumabas si dating Speaker Romualdez even with this?
Pwede naman. Pero yung Immigration Lookout Bulletin Order o yung Watch List Order na tinatawag, ang nag-i-issue niyan, Department of Justice, being the head agency ng Bureau of Immigration. So that is not equivalent to a denial of the freedom to travel. Yan, lookout lang, ire-report sa DOJ and then i-check merong mga coordination requirements. So baka yun ang ginamit nila muna temporarily. Siguro may mga tinong pinaproduce sa kanya para nagkaroon sila ng oras para tumakbo sa Sandigan Bayan for a precautionary whole departure order.
Oo. Okay.
Parang,
Bakit?
Attorney, tama ba? Parang pag with the ILBO, yung Immigration Lookout Bulletin Order, closer monitoring of the comings and goings of the accused or the suspect, whichever the case is. Tama ho ba?
But not stopping him.
Hindi ka pa pwedeng pigilan, pero I suppose pwede kang i-harass. I mean, pwede kang i-questionin.
Or yun nga may ipaproduce. Tama ba, attorney? May
Oh,
ipaproduce sa'yo para hindi ka...
yun. Pwedeng, they will ask you some documents, pwedeng questionin yung kasi medyo nakaka-interesting yung kaso kasi nag-issue ho kasi ng ang Speaker of the House, yung Travel Authority. Kasi kailangan yan ng kahit sinong opisyal ng gobyerno, regardless of rank, when you leave the country, you need to get permission from the head of office.
Yeah.
Ang head of office naman ng mga congressman, ang speaker, di tama lang na humingi siya, meron naman siyang formal request, binigyan naman siya. But chine-check din yan sa ombudsman kung may kaso o sa mga korte. So yun, dun siguro sa prosesong yun, nagka-delay yung kanyang pag-alis.
Tony, pahabol na lang. I don't know how much of this is political and how much of this is legal, but let me try to get your input on this. Well, the speaker said the former speaker said in his video statement released tonight, ang sabi niya, I will not go quietly and alone. I will not be the fall guy for somebody else's corruption. I know many things about this administration and the past administration. Command responsibility is more relevant in the executive. He says that in reference to ang papel nila sa Kongreso, sa legislature, is only one small part, or a co-equal part of the entire budgeting process. Well, let me ask you what you think about that. Command responsibility is more relevant in the executive.
Well, legal man or political yung mga statements niya, para sa taong bayan, para sa ating republika, mabuti naman na ito na development. Kasi mukhang handa at raring to spill the beans na rin. Sasabihin na rin niya yung kanyang nalalaman. So that's the kind of transparency and accountability that we would expect from all our government officials. So sana nga matuloy yun. Now, whether or not yung mga tinuturo niya na ayon sa kanya, mas responsible yan yung mga chairpersons ng BICAM committee. Kasi doon naman lumalabas na isingit yung mga talagang questionable mga projects and budget. O kaya ito ba ay command responsibility? Kasi tama din naman ang sinasabi niya, ang nagpre-prepare ng budget yung executive, siya ang nag-execute. Ang problema lang kasi nung nag-BICAM na kung saan ang co-chair nito si Zaldico at saka si Chis Escudero, dalawang mambabatas, doon daw siningit yung mga questionable. Very interesting din yung sinasabi niya na marami din siyang alam doon sa nakaraang mga administrasyon. At pati si Congressman Toby Chanco, sabi niya, vice chair din daw ng Appropriations Committee noon. So, whatever these are, whatever the weight or credibility or yung probative value of all of this, maganda kung magsalita silang lahat para maliwanagan tayong lahat at lumabas ang katotohanan. Everyone will be tested. Everyone will be given his day in court, kumbaga, his due process. Pero ang importante sa atin, yung constitutional principle of transparency and accountability. Maganda itong development na ito.
Okay, maraming salamat po, Attorney Domingo Cayosa, dating Pangulo ng IBP. Mga kapatid, Ed Lingaw po, maging maalam at may pakialam sa mga napapanahong balita sa ating bansa. Para sa mas malilimang pagtalakay at paghimay sa mga issue at headlines, mag-follow at mag-subscribe sa social media pages ng News 5.